So here he is, Mike Schreiner. Thank you very much, Mike.
I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here today. And I want to thank you for having the courage to stand up for the health of our communities. I want to thank you for providing the leadership that isn't happening inside there to say we can do better in Ontario, that we can have a zero waste policy in this province. Thank you for providing that leadership. Waste is far too important of an issue for our economy and our communities, and especially for our health, to not point forward to the future with a more responsible path than incineration. I don't know of anyone, well, maybe there's a few people back there, who wants more pollution in our communities. I don't know of anyone who wants to lock our communities and our children in an unsustainable path that's going to require us to produce more garbage. I don't know why anyone, or I don't know of anyone that wants to live next door to an incinerator. So why are we moving in this direction? Especially when there's a better way forward. Especially when there's a better way forward. And that's what we need leadership on right now, is coming forward with that better way. The health of our communities, of our children, and our future generations is far too important for us not to develop a zero waste strategy in Ontario right now. Right now. Unfortunately, our government has failed, has abysmally failed to provide the leadership on this issue right now. And it's put our municipalities in an impossible situation because, quite frankly, they don't have all the tools in place to move towards zero waste strategy. And I don't think that's acceptable, and I think Ontario can do better. I think we can all agree, I'm hoping we can all agree, that the top priority is healthy communities, clean air, and clean water. And it's time for leadership on zero waste to produce it for us. And that is why the Green Party of Ontario is calling right now for a comprehensive zero waste strategy in Ontario. And I believe it begins with extended producer responsibility laws right now. It's time to say no. It's time to stop asking municipal taxpayers and communities to bear the economic and the health costs and the environmental costs of poor product design and packaging. It's time to stop wasting money and energy producing garbage that we don't need. It's time to end the culture, the disposable culture that we have, and to start building durable products that we can use, repair, and pass on to our grandchildren. And finally, it's time for a culture of conservation in this province so that we can pass on a good, high quality of life to our children and future generations. That's what extended producer responsibility is all about. And I am absolutely confident that if we put that kind of legislation in place, our businesses and our entrepreneurs will have the creativity and the innovation to produce products that don't create waste. I'm going to give you one example. All we have to do is look to the LCBO and the beer store to imagine how a successful zero waste policy can work in this province. We can do it. It only requires leadership. We need that leadership now, and I want to thank each and every one of you for providing that leadership for our communities and for our province. Thank you.
Leader of the Green Party.